People who are carrying mobile devices, eBook consumption, their habit to read eBook is very high. So if you're talking about catching your learners at the right spot, and in the right way, eBooks are extremely important. But so far, eBooks have remained typically like page turners. Let me give you an example, and we all know these kind of examples. Something like this. Alexander was doing that. It is purely text. It's good as far as reading is concerned, but does this give learning? You cannot have a learning experience out of this kind of presentation of content. Now, there have been companies who have come up with some initiatives and something interesting. How many of you have seen this? YOLO Submit. I love this. This is very nice. There's multimedia, there's video, there's some animation going on. Very good. Excellent for storytelling purposes. But is it actually giving a learning experience? When we talk about learning, we're talking about instructional design, interaction, all this. And by the way, this book is made for a given platform, Apple. What is important is to have content that can seamlessly run across all the platforms. You do not know how your users are going to consume the content, in which device, which platform. So time for looking at platform agnostic and ability to leverage eBooks as an interactive learning experience. We have been doing some activity around that, some research, and I have a couple of examples to show you. We're going to show you that within an eBook format, an HTML5 environment, how you can allow the learners, it could be K-12, adult, college, professional, play games, have simulation experience, have interactive mathematics, interactive videos, and so on and so forth. Typically things that would use in a typical learning environment, but now you are doing it within a mobile device, and being HTML5, you are doing it as a single source. So let's look at this. Examples talk always better. Alright. So I have 4 examples for you. One, in an eBook environment, we're going to play a game. And this game-based simulation is for adult audience, work-based learning, where the onboarding, part of onboarding program, where the learners are going to learn or practice online training sessions, exactly the way you do in actual. Then we would do some interactive maths. We would actually construct a triangle using iPad. Then you have 2 video-based content and interactions around that. So let's look at the first one. Perhaps the audio is not that audible. So this is very quick, short course, which is talking about there's a game that you're going to play, and the game is going to be a 1-minute training session that you're going to actually do. And the rules are coming here. Every game has a rule and a challenge. So here are the rules. You skip that. Then comes, before you play the game, the interaction, the simulation, you should know a few things, few basics about the subject. So there comes the subject in different types of questions. You click on each, and what will be displayed. So there's a bit of information that comes to you. This is your learning material. And they have been presented as simple chunks of information or content instead of a huge archive of pages that you have to sort through. Like this. Objective is that you will be able to learn this. And based on this knowledge that you have gained, you're going to apply the knowledge now, following the Bloom taxonomy that you have. Here comes. So this is your trading exchange. So you have $5,000 with you. You need to dedicate some amount out of that to play your game. So let's do that. So let's say we choose $3,000 and we say let's transact. So now we have bank balance and trading account balance. It's a 60 seconds window trading session. I can click on each company, I can see the details. If I've learned the earlier screen properly, I know which company to buy, which company to sell. So let's say I want to buy Franklin Steel, maybe about 50 shares, and I do it. Sorry about that. So $2,000 this time. Your transact. Now I start playing with this. 20 shares. Transact. This is your transaction dashboard. Whatever you are doing, you can see what's happening here. Maybe I could buy Franca now, or maybe I'll buy 20 here. Okay, now let me do quick selling. So maybe I want to sell Marga, and I want to sell off, let's say, 10 shares. Obviously, I'm doing that random, but essentially what you can do is, and you can see what is your dashboard. Let this cover. So you can keep doing this kind of selling and buying exactly the way you would do in your real life online stock exchange. Now, once this is done, the next screen is going to show you the result. Every game has a challenge. This challenge is to book some profit. So now, this tells you the score sheet. In a learning environment, you get an assessment and you get a score. This is presented as a form of your performance on the learning session. It says that you have an account balance of $3,000, you have made a loss, and current balance is this. Now what we did is, if you are the challenges, if you are able to book profit, you would be able to redeem your profit points with this merchandise that you see here. And it becomes such a raise in the organization that if I have taken this course and I am walking with a shoe which is $49 and you are wearing a t-shirt, it means that actually I have done better than you because I want to earn better profit than you. So it became really, really interesting. And again, this is a pure play HTML5. This has no flash, no technology. And you can play this on desktop, laptop, on iOS device, on Android, any platform. It's a counter example of single source. The next example for little kids, we're talking about interactive maths. So let's play this. So because I have muted the audio, this is Professor Khan. He has invited you to the class and he's going to teach you or show you how to construct an isosceles triangle. In this case, we have a show and try component. We all know these components that we use extensively in learning courses. In this case, we have used a try component that I'm going to manipulate few objects and going to construct a triangle. So let's see that. These are my objects. This is my page, and I'm going to draw an isosceles triangle on this. Let's do that. Steps are going to appear on the right hand side. I'm going to perform these steps. Typically a try mode that we have in learning experience. Okay, so drag the pencil and mark point A. Drag the ruler and then measure 4 centimeters. With the pencil attached, so we have an arc there. Drag the pencil to the arc, and we have point B. Drag the pencil, and there we draw line AB. Alright, now place the compass on point A and mark. So there we draw an arc. And then we take the compass to point B and we draw the arc again. Now we take the pencil and point C. Alright, so we have now formed 3 points of the triangle. Now we are going to draw the line. This is AC. So with this, you have actually completed creating a triangle on your own in an interactive way. Now, this is an example where we are using video-based content. We use video-based content all the time. But what you're going to do is, we are going to use something called edu-mercial as a concept. And we actually use that a lot. It's a cross between educational presentation of content, leveraging the benefits of TV commercials. TV commercials are short, crisp, and they convey a message in an entertaining fashion that brings recall. So you have attention, you have engagement, you have recall, and you have application. All the elements of an instructional sound learning experience is there in the TV commercial actually. So we have used that in the educational space, and we call it edu-mercial. So here is a scenario, what we call as mystery shopper. A person has walked in and trying to assess the quality of a particular retail chain, and there is some interaction around that. You should be able to hear the audio. The mic, please. That's a learning material where there is an animated scenario that is given. If I want to quickly, now based on this, now there is an option that comes for your recall, and now there is some activity around that. In this case, we have used drag and drop, typical interaction type. What you need to do is move the attributes from the list to the correct category. And there's 3 categories. Mystery shopper as a profile, what are the roles and attributes as a manager and as the customer care representative. So maybe trained shopper is going to be mystery shopper. Evaluation of products looks to be theirs. Courteous behavior seems to be this person's profile. Now, this has the ability to move back. So typically the way you have in the learning experience, if you're not answering correctly, the options goes back. So it's happening the same way here. Solution provider is here, responsible for an employee, manager, prompt survey supposed to be this person, feedback. So now you had a concept that I have a mystery shopper. I need to tell my retail store people that what they should know about mystery shopping. I could have done that just to have 10 pages of content with some text and graphics. What I did, I took just about 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes to have an animated scenario presented, and then allow the learner to interact and apply their knowledge on this. So the entire half an hour, 1 hour, whatever time that you say has been shrunk into about 5 minutes of learning experience. Short, quick, expressive.